Welcome back, and joining us on the show now is Mr. Dorab Mistry, he's Independent Director, Adani Wilmar. Mr. Mistry, hi, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, since the new government has come in, the buzzword clearly has been agriculture, and today the Finance Minister is meeting a lot of people from agriculture as a sector, including agriculture associations, farmer associations, agri-economists as well. What's your sense on where India stands when it comes to agriculture and farmer welfare? And if you were to put out three things to the Finance Minister on where she should be looking at in priority, what would those be?
Well, good morning, Manisha. Always lovely to join you on CNBC. Like always, after every election, we are full of hope and optimism. But I'm afraid this hope and optimism is repetitive. Every agriculture minister, every finance minister brings hope and optimism. Let us see how much of that actually verifies. I am delighted, in fact, that we have, after a long time, a heavyweight agriculture minister who has been a very successful chief minister, Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan. He has a very good record of boosting agricultural production in his home state of Madhya Pradesh during his tenure. And so we are looking forward to his leadership and to what he can achieve. As far as my three suggestions to the Honorable Minister are concerned, my first suggestion is that he should embrace Project Mustard. Project Mustard is a project launched from the bottom upwards by farmers cooperatives, and the Solvent Extractors Association, the oilseed industry. And it is the right project for India, particularly for our clever, progressive farmers of Punjab and Haryana. And mustard should be used and incentivized to switch from wheat to mustard. Very important. We are already achieving some results, and the government can get behind it and turbocharge this move to increase our oilseed production of mustard seed. So that is my first suggestion.
Okay.
The second suggestion is to embrace unreservedly genetically modified seed. Our farmers are working with their hands tied behind their backs because they are not allowed to use the best seed in the world. And we keep blaming the farmers for low productivity. But the fastest way to boost productivity is to give them the right tools, the right seeds. So genetically modified seeds, particularly in oil seeds, must be embraced and must be taken up. So those are my first two suggestions. And my third suggestion is that if we want to make agriculture profitable, at least for the farmers who live close to urban areas, then we must encourage and push the cultivation of fruit and vegetables. These are very profitable. This is where inflation is highest. So it's a win-win situation if we can boost the production of vegetables and fruit for our farmers, what is called market gardening, and thereby boost their incomes and also boost production.
Fair point that. Also, Mr. Mistry, while of course those are the expectations from the agri sector there going forward, I also want to particularly talk about the edible oil industry itself, where we've seen prices gain a bit in the last 1 month or so. We've also seen soya and sunflower gain up and back to be in premium versus palm, which is in discount yet again. How are you looking at the prices moving forward? In the last few months, we've seen India's imports in edible oil increase. How are you looking at the numbers for the rest of this year?
India's imports of edible oil will remain high because it is easier to import oil than to procure it locally. Now, this situation can change if local supply increases, but that cannot be done overnight. It will take at least 12 to 18 months for that to happen. In the meantime, our imports will continue to be strong. As far as the makeup of imports is concerned, I expect palm volumes to gradually reduce because palm is not yet at a sufficient discount to soft oils like soybean oil and sunflower oil. It has finally moved to a slight discount. It was at a premium. It has moved to a slight discount, but the discount is not big enough to really create strong demand for palm. So I expect palm imports to be muted. And I also expect palm prices over the next 2 to 4 weeks to go down. to decline and thereby make palm more competitive. We are moving into the high production season in palm. Stocks of palm oil in Malaysia, in my opinion, will very quickly touch 2 million tons and go way above 2 million tons, which should pressure the market. All these stocks will increase in August, September, October, but it will be discounted by the market in the next 2 to 4 weeks. So I expect a period of slightly lower prices from here. And then gradually, as demand picks up, as the world realizes that there is a lot of weather problem, there could be some weather problems in North America, then gradually palm prices will begin to improve. So down first and then slightly higher. But I don't expect any major changes in the market. Upside probably 4 or 5%, and before that downside of 1 or 2% expected.
Okay, all right, Ms. Mistry as well as Manisha, thanks very much for joining in and taking us through that conversation. Well, on that note,